Good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining us this evening for the highlight of our mentoring program. My name is Maya Waujuri, the Programs Manager for TVC Labs, and we are here this evening. For those that won't understand what we are doing here today, we are here this evening because TVC Labs runs a mentoring program twice a year, and we have 6 mentees going through different sessions, 15-week sessions with angels who mentor them. So today we'll be hearing their pitches. We have 6 of them here, which are Coventi, Evia, Payfleet, Market League, Iwelo, and Hostel.ng. Coventi, please introduce yourself. Introduce yourself, just your name, your role with your team members. That's all. The rest we'll be hearing during the pitches. Thank you.
Thank you very much. My name is Kunle Bamigwe, co-founder and CEO of Coventi, with Adedoku Bamigwe, co-founder and software engineer at Coventi. Thank you very much.
Okay, Payfleet.
Good day, everyone. My name is Said Ada. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Payfleet with my co-founders Awal Muhammad, a full stack software engineer, and Muhammad Biliaminu, a data analyst. Thank you.
All right. Evia. Davidson, Hostel.ng, kindly introduce yourself. Okay, I think we're, as you know, in Nigeria, we usually have internet issues. He was in here before, but I think he had internet issues, so he'll be joining us shortly. Iwelo.
Hey, good evening, everyone. My name is Adijon Ismail. I am the CEO and founder of Iwelo, alongside Dr. Fatima Ajayi and Dr. Boluwatito Balogun and Ben Kraushi. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that. Market League.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you very much. My name is Thomas Bamifewe. I'm the founder of Market League, and I have Ayode Oshunjorin as the CTO. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Evia, kindly introduce yourself, your name, and your role in the company alongside your team members. Just your name and the roles. Is still on mute. Hostel.ng, kindly introduce yourself, unmute yourself and introduce yourself and your team members.
Hi everyone, good evening. I'm David Sin. I'm CEO at Hostel.ng, and I'll be here with Fola and Toby, both co-founders. Fola is our CTO and Toby is our lead backend engineer.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Maya, quickly, there are 2 people that have texted me that they're in the waiting room. Can you let them in, please?
Yola, she actually handles all of that, not Maya.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, and good evening. So this is the newest member of our family, TVC Labs. So he will join us today to say hello, everybody.
Hello.
So, okay, Evia, are you here now? I think he's having issues. I think he's having issues.
I don't think Evia is here. You better move on.
Yes, let's move on. Oh, also like to introduce.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Kayode. I represent Eva. The CEO. Abib is the CEO for Eva.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for that. I would also like to introduce you to 6 out of the 12 mentors that mentored these startups during these 15 weeks in alphabetical order. So permit me, Mr. Ananda Panapalam, the Chief Technology Officer at DreamTech. Please say hello to everybody, sir.
Everyone. Thanks, Maya.
Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us. And the next person is Ms. Biola Alabi, the CEO, co-founder of Biola Alabi Media. Please say hello.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much, Ma. The next person is Gerard Olisa Asha, but is not yet here. So we'll move on. And we have Mr. Kade Lambo also in the house. He is the director of City Estate Limited.
Good afternoon,
Say
everyone.
hello, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, everyone. Hello. Good luck.
Thank you very much for joining us this evening. And we have Ms. Nike Akereli de Souza joining us here this evening. She's a human capital and international development specialist. Please, hello, Ma. Good evening. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Maiwan. Good evening to everybody. It's great to be here.
Okay. Mr. Olisa Asha, please say hello. He's a co-founder of Diaspora Angels Network. So please say hello to everybody.
Hello, everyone. Good to be here.
Thank you. Thank you very much. And we have our own in-house TD, the CIC, that's Collaborator-in-Chief of Technovision and TVC Labs, who will be saying a few words. Over to you, Mr. Davis.
Okie dokie. Thank you very, very much, Maiwa. Much appreciated. Well, I wanted first and foremost, I've got to thank everybody that showed up, for this, to say just thank you very much. This is our own way, of helping build the future of our country the best way we know how, which is by supporting entrepreneurs that we believe are doing something worthy of support. The focus tonight isn't on your traditional, pitch, simply for the reason that the whole story of a startup is a journey. And that journey starts from what you're about to listen to in the next few minutes. These are founders who have just begun the journey. They're yet to get to revenue. Well, maybe one or two of them are having customers now, but the purpose of our program is to actually to encourage them on that journey, because they've got to go through the minimum viable product, which they have now, get enough customers to get to where they get product market fit, and move through that to where they get product channel fit, and ultimately onto Series A. And it's navigating that journey of funding by making sure they are growing accordingly, because if you're not in growth, you can't get to those stages. That's really what this is all about. It's focused on the poem framework, which Maiwa talked about, but I promised her I'd leave all of that for you guys to have a listen. Thanks a lot for being with us. Yeah, let's do this. Over to you, Maiwa, and thanks.
Thank you very much, sir, for that. Yes, please. I'd like to tell, this is what we'll be scoring them on. That is for the mentors that will be scoring today. We have 6 out of 12 here today. So we'll be scoring them based on this criteria. That's the vision. Are they capable founders? The significant problem they're solving, and what innovative, impactful solution are they providing to that problem? And we'll also score them on the proposition. Do they have positive market growth rates? And all this, we have the organization, the right team. Do they have the right team that will bring the vision to life? And under the economics, we want to know, since they are pre-revenue, we are projecting what they will be earning in the future, what their profitability will be like in the future, and also milestones, what their progressive achievements will be. So all the scores will be based on 20, 1 to 4 being the poorest, 5 to 8 is fair, 9 to 12 will be good, 13 to 16, very good, and 17 to 20 will be excellent. So this will be the scoring for as soon as they start pitching, we'll share the link where you can score them. That's for the mentors. But for the audience, you have a chance to score in chats. You score everybody in chats, So as soon as, let's say, let me give an example, Coventry pitches, you put Coventry and you score them based on all these criteria. That is the V poem: vision, proposition, organization, economics, and milestones. So you give them based on the scores that is being highlighted here.
Mao, I thought that was for the judges and the audience were going to poll at the end.
Yes, they would
You
score
want the
too.
audience to also score
Yes.
at this level? Okay.
Yes, let them just score.
Okay.
Let's see how they feel about them.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So I'll be calling on Coventry to pitch now. Coventry.
Thank you very much.
Hold on. Coventry, thank you for joining us. There are some rules that will be guiding this. You have 5 minutes to pitch your startup to us. At turn of this, as you start, 5 minutes to pitch, and afterwards, 3 mentors will be asking you questions. Please jot these questions down. After everybody has asked their questions, you will now answer. Do you understand?
Yes, I got it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So your 5 minutes starts now.
My name is Kunle Bamigoye, CEO and co-founder with Adedoku Bamigoye, co-founder and software engineer at Coventry. We had our university education in Nigeria and both now have a minimum of 20 years of corporate experience. My major corporate exposure was at DHL, where I related with colleagues from every region of the world for close to 6 years. And in the past 5 years, I had co-organized in Nigeria the first LinkedIn Local Lagos and the first Startup Europe Week event, which was a European Union-backed event. During COVID-19 lockdown of last year, I did a series of online events, and I found out that no event tool within my region offers an all-in-one service where I can easily create, market, monetize, and host my event. I had to pay a graphic designer to create a flyer, then create events and tickets on Eventbrite, market on LinkedIn or Instagram, and then host on Zoom. That was when Coventry was born, which means connecting events or events that connect. Coventry is pioneering a full service event technology and virtual reality usage in the Nigerian and African market, helping businesses from large to small and professionals to easily maximize and monetize their virtual engagement with an affordable tool that is priced according to the market per capita income and paid for with local currencies. Coventry's main product features are event creation and ticketing, event flyer templating, event live streaming and video on demand, and webinars. This set of features clearly set us apart from competition. Another uniqueness about is that live streaming and webinars will be virtual reality enabled and auto detect users' bandwidth strength and screen sizes. According to Grand View Research, the global virtual event market size was valued at 94 billion USD in 2020 and is expected to grow at a compound annual growth rate of 23% from 2021 to 2028. According to 2 PwC Outlook reports from 2017 projected out to 2025, Nigeria will be the world's fastest growing entertainment and media market over the coming 5 years, and that VR and data consumption market would have a global compound annual growth rate of 30 and 27% respectively. And that was the main reason we launched our live streaming and video on demand features in December 1, with focus on media and entertainment industry, consumer goods, drinks and beverages, and others. We also have on the team a solution architect of 25 years, a CTO, a chartered accountant of 10 years, a full stack engineer of 7 years. Our process allows our clients to simply submit their events and completing a simple online form. Also by uploading their videos, then we contact them, market and sell their tickets for end users to watch the live stream and videos on our platform. Having agreed, we share the sales revenue after the event, 50-50 or 60-40, depending on terms and conditions. Our models for now are ticket sales, corporates, and service charges. Other models as we develop adverts, promotions, and placements. We project to have 35 million naira, that is 90,000 USD in revenue by Q1 of 2022, and 100 million naira, that is 240,000 USD by Q4 of 2022. Targeted profitability metrics for the first year of production stands at about 55 to 60% gross margin, customer acquisition cost of 112 USD, and customer lifetime value of 1,500 USD.
1 minute
Our
more.
impact community, decent work and economic growth, industry and innovation, reduce inequality and climate action. By Q1 of 2022, our webinar feature will be ready. By Q2 of 2022, our event flyer templating will be ready. By Q4 of 2022, our customized VR environment will be ready. And by the end of 2023 and 2024, we expand to Ghana, Rwanda, and Kenya. We had raised 7,000 USD in pre-seed and secured 45,000 USD as loan, mainly for product development. We are raising 500,000 USD at seed stage by Q1 of 2022 at 2 million US valuation for product development, hiring talent, marketing, equipment, and research. Coventry is positioned to help its clients maximize their virtual and engagement and event monetization. Thank you.
Thank you very much, right on time. Thank you very much. Thank you for that. Mr. Ananda Ponampalam, questions?
Very good, really well done, well presented. Couple of questions. One is, how does this compare to like Hopin or Zoom? And then the other question I have is like, how would you get users on the platform?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Ms. Biola Alabi, question?
Yes, can you just please shed a little bit more light on where the valuation is coming from? It just, I just needed to make sense to me. And then from an economics perspective, I don't see any revenue to date. So just try to help us marry revenue to date plus the valuation that you currently have. Thank you.
Mr. Olisa Asha, question?
Right, good pitch. Two quick ones. One, the debt, what rate have you got that debt at, and how do you intend to pay that back? Is it from the funds that you raise? And two, probably talk a bit more about what the opportunity is, and you know, how many organizers, event planners are out there that you can be targeting? Do you have numbers that back the market opportunity, not just dollars, in terms of numbers of your customers?
Okay, so you can, okay. Kunle, please answer the question now.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ms. Ananda. Comparing to Zoom and Hopin, for Zoom doesn't provide a very good monetization feature. So so that is one thing that is that makes it different from Zoom. And more so, Zoom is paid for in this region with in dollars, but but users can pay with local currency, and it's priced according to the market per capita income of users in our region. Okay. Those are the major reasons, differentiation. Then from Hopin, we're actually doing what Hopin is doing, but in our region, users are able to customize their event. Like we can talk with a user can tell us that they want to stream their event on their platform, not on our platform. We can do that. We have the technology know-how and experts that can actually stream their event on their platform and not on our home if they want that. So that kind of customization we can do, and many others. Thank you very much. I hope that answered the question.
Good, thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Then going to Mrs. Abiola Alabi, for the valuation, we look at it's actually that's a maximum. We look at the people, the team that we have and the experience, because we have just a little bit above 70 years in experience combined from the team. And then another thing that informed the evaluation is we are actually in touch with some customers already, and we'll probably sign a deal tomorrow to live stream an event that's about 10,000 viewers, 10,000 that will attract about 10,000 viewers within Nigeria and outside the world, because it's a 4-day event, live concert, and is attracting international artists and the major artists in Africa. So we are projected to make about 15 million naira in that event. And those are the reasons why, those are the things we put together for the valuation. But that's the maximum at $2 million. I hope that answered the question. Huh?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Then to Mr. Asher's question, for the debt, we will be launching the major features by Q1 of 2022. And after that launch, we have up to 6 months to pay that debt. So we believe within that 6 months, we'll be able to generate some revenue to pay up that debt. We could pay in installments, or we could pay at the end of 6 months. But we believe within that 6 months, we'll have the time to generate that money and pay back. Thank you very much. And for the number of event planners, we are talking to about 5 different event planners right now, and they like our model, because our model is we don't require any down payment from them. We just they just allow us to sell their tickets and then get viewers, and afterwards we share the revenue. So they love it. They said, okay, well, we are not paying you, but rather you are paying us. So the rate of getting users or clients kind of faster and easier. We don't have to spend so much money to acquire them. So that's one. And then we project to have about 500 clients by end of Q1 of 2022. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Kunle. Thank you very much for that questions and for the answers. Thank you very much. So we'll be moving on to the next person now, which is Payfleet. Saeed, as I mentioned earlier, you have 5 minutes to pitch. Yes, you have 5 minutes to pitch your startup to everybody. And
sorry, Maiwa.
Yes, sir.
So when are we supposed to rate?
You
them?
score. Okay, yes. Sheyi has shared the link in. Sheyi has shared the link with you, so you can score Coventi now. Apologies.
Okay. So you're going to give us a minute or two to do that.
Okay, sir. Okay. Hold on. Let me hold on. Okay, I saw a question in chat now. For the link is for the mentors. Every other person can score in chat. Thank you. The link is for the mentors that took them through for 15 weeks. Thank you very much. Please, are you done scoring?
I'm done. I don't know about others, but I'm done.
Thank you. We're waiting for others so we can move on.
I'm done.
Thank you. Thank
I'm
you.
done. I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done as well. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have Said. Are you ready now?
Yes, ma, I'm ready.
All right. Thank you very much. So you have 5 minutes to pitch. Sorry, he wants to pitch also. So you have 5 minutes to pitch, and afterwards you collect all the questions that will be asked, then you answer at the end.
Okay.
So your 5 minutes starts now.
Good day, everyone. My name is Said Adam. I'm an ex-banker, and with my co-founders, Awal Muhammad, a senior full-stack software engineer with years of experience, and Awal Muhammad Biliaminu, a data analyst. Together, we are building a cross-border financial infrastructure because global e-commerce tripled during COVID-19 and continue to surge higher post-COVID. But African offline and informal businesses are struggling to fit in. There are over 90 million micro businesses and African traders operating in the informal sector whose products are majorly foreign imports, with over 700,000 traders every day seeking to pay their overseas suppliers. But it takes about 48 to 120 hours, and the transaction fees are killing, averaging between 10 to 40%, depending on the transfer route and destination. And this can only be leveraged by the savvy enough to deal with the banks, which most of these traders are not in the position to do so. Therefore, they resort to third-party services like money agents and BDCs, which is very unsustainable. So we are connecting these businesses with global trading opportunities to pay their overseas suppliers through our solution, Fairfleet, a self-service financial infrastructure that enables real-time local and cross-border payment to any bank or wallet using only the receiver's account number and in both online and offline modes, and for the same transaction fees and the speed as local. So we are moving money from Africa to the rest of the world, like sending money from bank A to bank B locally in a same city. We'll make money using our business model to charge 1% transaction commission per transaction. And our solution has potentiality to serve over 1 billion users globally, but starting from Africa, we have a total addressable market of over 100 million businesses, and also serviceable available market of over 2 million daily bankware users. And we also have serviceable obtainable market of 700,000 traders seeking to send cross-border payments daily. We already have over 20,000 sign-ups on our waitlist, and we have seen, because we have seen many opportunities. Previously, we have seen many development to bridge the gap in merchant cross-border solutions, such as Flutter and Wave and Paystack. But what they still don't get is that all their infrastructure were heavily focused on providing solutions for internet-powered businesses using integral APIs for remittance, but they overlook the opportunity in high confounding values of over 30 billion outflow by micro businesses and offline businesses in Africa. Moreover, MENA region is also a major hotspot for Africans for doing businesses, education, medicals, and tourism. But yet there is no a seamless medium for exchange of monetary values. So currently, we are testing our beta, making integrations and building partnership with Citibank Group and also Standard Chartered Bank Group in the UK to empower our solutions. We are also establishing regulatory compliance. So currently, we are raising 500,000 pre-seed, which will get us to 600,000 in revenue in 12 months by using the money to reach 500,000 users, 50% monthly retention rate, and talent acquisition. With this, we'll be able to generate 600,000 in total revenue all in 12 months. So with our impact-making solution and a team with domain expertise and experience in developing financial technologies, because my co-founder is a full-stack software engineer, he also have experience working with fintechs and building financial infrastructure for businesses. I'm also an ex-banker, and our co-founder, the third co-founder, is a data analyst. So I'm confident we'll position ourselves as market leaders, empowering African informal economies with reliable, empowering African informal economies with reliable, fast, and sustainable cross-border payment infrastructure. So this is all about what we are doing and our current milestones. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Mr. Lambo, do you have any questions for him?
Thank you, and well done, Said. I know about your business because I've been on this forum a while ago. I'm surprised that you have not started yet. And also, I'd like to know which bank do you use? You see, when you're providing a service from this end, you're going to need somewhere that your customers can have some confidence in. If you start it in your garage like Microsoft and so on, they will not have any confidence in you. So where is your base? And also you have alluded to the fact that there are quite a number of competition abroad. I mean, they're generally bigger than you, but I believe you do have a market that you can satisfy in your local environment. So I would encourage you to like go local and start from there and then expand as you go. So where is your base?
Okay, thank you very much for that, Mr. Lambo. Mrs. D'Souza, any questions? Any questions? TD, any questions?
Yeah, mine is, given the current climate around fintech that we've seen, and with the policymakers making rules at will, what, first and foremost, have you looked at what area of fintech you're in, and how will the regulatory environment affect what you're trying to do as you move ahead? It'll be useful to understand if you can speak specifically to that. Thanks.
Mrs. D'Souza, are you here? Okay, so answer those questions.
Okay, so starting with the first question, is which banks we are using to build confidence in our customers or potential users. So we are using international banks and Citibank Group, which have presence in over 160 countries, and also Standard Chartered Bank, which have presence in over 75 countries. So we are leveraging these banks to serve our customers, and these banks have been in existence for over 80 to 100 years. So we are using Standard Chartered Bank and also Citibank Group to power our businesses. So the next question is also asking, why are we starting less? So we are yet to launch because we have been closing the partnership. There are due processes and due diligence that we have to follow, including the regulatory and compliance processes. But there were a lot of progress building this relationship. So we hope or anticipate to hope by in the first quarter or in the first week of February in 2022. So the next question, TDO was asking about the regulatory environment. Yeah, we are aware of the regulatory environment, and before we started even thinking to build the product, we also make a thorough investigation of how to go about it, and this was included in our strategy. So our strategy was leverage to comply with the regulatory environment, because how we build the system, money, I don't know if I can open the business strategy here for everyone, but how we build the system is very regulatory compliant, and we have talked with banks, with CBN, and then it is going well with them, and we are also registering our businesses starting in the UK, but our first users are based in Nigeria. Also, I think I skipped a question why he asked if we can start and narrowly then before we expand. Yes, we are starting especially with Northern Nigeria, because in Northern Nigeria there are businesses who are primarily operating offline with turnover of millions of dollars, but they don't have the medium to pay their suppliers by themselves. And the result to BDCs and money agent, which is very unsustainable. So we have even started testing our minimum viable product using crypto-rails, and already we have over 20,000 potential users on our wait list. So I think we are starting from Nigeria, then we expand to other African countries and hopefully to other continents. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Said. Please, mentors, call side of Payfleet now. Thank you.
Mayowa, fortunately, I got disconnected. Could Shay please send me the link for the form, please? Thank you.
Okay, okay. Are you done? Okay, I can see in chat, Ms. Olabi is done. Thank you very much. Thank you. Mentors, please help us so we can move on quickly. Thank you, Mr. Lisasha. Thank you, Slaponampalam. TD, are you done? Mr. Lambo? Thank you, TD. Thank you, Ma. Mr. Lambo? Okay, okay, thank you very much.
I'm done. I'm having trouble getting
Yes,
back to
thank
here.
Yes, thank you very much, sir. Thank you. So we'll be moving on to the next person, which is Evia. Are you here now? Kunle?
Yes, I'm here now.
All right, please put on your video, your camera, so let everybody see you while you're pitching.
Yeah, can you see me now?
Not yet. Okay, Abib, okay. Okay, yes, we can see you. Okay, so you have 5 minutes to present. You have 5 minutes to present, after which you'll be asked questions. Please jot down the questions. At the end of all questions, you will now answer. So your 5 minutes starts now. Habib. Oh, it's frozen. We have network issues in Nigeria, so please pardon us. Let's give him a minute to see if he will be able to come back. If not, we'll move on to the next person, then he will come afterwards. Habib, I think he is gone, so Habib, welcome back. I can see you speaking, but we can't hear you. Oh, okay, he's gone. So I think we'll move on to the next person. When he is ready, he will come back. So Oster.ng, Davidson, are you ready? Davidson.
Hi.
Okay, good evening, David. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
As I said earlier, you have 5 minutes to pitch, after which you'll be asked questions. Please jot down these questions, then afterwards you respond to all at the end of the questioning. So your 5 minutes starts now.
Hi, everyone. My name is Davidson. I'm the CEO at Hostel.ng. You see, at Hostel.ng, we pride ourselves as the easiest way to get the perfect hostel accommodation, with the vision of making the lives of undergraduate students across Africa a lot easier by providing them with the hostel accommodation that is just perfect for who they are. We're a team of 3, I, Fola, and Toby, and we have over 20 years domain experience ranging from software engineering to product management and analytics. We're also working with reputable institutions like Sterling Bank and Facebook Startup Circles. I'll start my personal story. In 2016, I got admitted into Nnamdi Azikiwe University. Because I live in Lagos, I had to travel all the way, which is about a 9-hour journey to school. When I got to school, I realized I had no place to stay for the few days I was spent doing registration. So I had to look for someone to squat with. So after the registrations, I and my roommate had to move about an unfamiliar environment under the scorching sun, looking for the hostel to stay in for the rest of the academic session. Now, when we did find the hostel we loved, we almost got defrauded of our money when about making payment for that hostel. So now this experience, coupled with personal experiences of friends of mine while I was in school, led me to start up Hostel at ND. According to the National Universities Commission in 2021, there are over 2.1 million undergraduate students studying across various Nigerian institutions. And a report from Brickstone Africa in 2019 suggests that about 70% of these students are residing off campus. Now, with the student housing market growing 12% annually, we were able to estimate our total available market to be over $1.6 billion. Currently, as a student, to get the hostel you love, you either have to go yourself or you get a local agent to help you source for the accommodation. Now, while this exposes you to a lot more risks, it's also as time-consuming as going out yourself. So you see, getting hostel accommodation should not be complicated, and this is what we are changing. If every year over 1.4 million undergraduate students are experiencing this problem, it just shows how appalling the situation is. So we are connecting these students with the perfect hostel. And we're doing this with a simple web platform, connecting undergraduate students with hostel accommodation. So this could be a student looking for a hostel to stay for a few days or a hostel to stay for the rest of the academic session. So this platform helps them to make and save money when renting, to eliminate stress, to save them time, and to prevent fraud, especially when they're about paying for the hostel that they love. To students, it also creates more visibility of hostels, provide them with great user experience, and also the ability to make money when they sublease their room for short stay period. But to the hostel owners, as most students are aware their hostels exist and where those hostels are located, it directly increases the revenue they get to make from these hostels during the year. And lastly, to short travelers, we provide them with a lot more affordable accommodation to stay in for short stay periods, while also getting them to relieve that vibrant student experience when they stay in student housing. We currently have a live product, and you can get a hostel right now in 3 easy steps. You just go to search for the hostel by name, or you filter by price, depending on your preference, and then you sign up to our platform. Lots of advantages compared to what large databases of hostels for students to pick from. Is more easy to use. It allows students to pay for hostels on credit, allows them to also make money when they sublease their rooms, and lastly, it provides them with a lot more affordable accommodation compared to what the market currently offers them. We intend to get to these students first by targeting newly admitted students through regular programs in schools, also partner with major stakeholders in the school ecosystem, such as the local cafes and transport schemes, while also getting the schools themselves to recommend and endorse our products. We've made progress over the years. For instance, we currently have over 150 hostels currently listed on our platform. We partnered with Quaba.ng to enable rent financing, helping students rent hostels and pay back later. Also partner with express agencies to enable students get access to more and better hostels. We charge 5,000 for old rentals for long stay period. We're also charging 10% for new rentals, also during long stay periods. But for our short stay leasing service, we take just 20% off of every room leased during this period. We believe growing 200% year on year, by 2024, we'll be able to get to 800 million naira annual recurring revenue based off on our services and the charges we get from these services. That's why we're looking to raise the $100,000 via SAFEs at a 10% discount to help us increase our revenue in 2022 to 15 million naira, while also onboarding more hostel managers and signing up more users, both for our short stay and long stay leasing services. We at Hostel ND are pioneering a new way of hospitality with the mission of making the lives of undergraduate students across Africa, solving the challenges facing them and making it non-existent in the future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Davidson. Thank you. I can attest to that. Okay, Mrs. D'Souza, please, any questions for Davidson?
Thanks, Davidson. I'm already excited about this. Yeah, I mean, I liked your story and your experience. Just three very quick questions. One around hostels. What are you doing about the safety repercussions of the students that will be staying on your sponsors hostels, the quality of the service that they will be getting for the money that they are paying? And also, how are you safeguarding to ensure that the only people using your platform will be valid students, so that it doesn't become an general accommodation platform? Thanks.
Okay, Mr. Ponapalam, questions?
Hey, Davidson, very good. Thank you. A couple of questions. How are you planning on dealing with somebody copying your business model? Because it's potentially relatively straightforward, right?
Okay.
That's my question.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Halabi, any questions for him?
No questions right now. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Lambo.
Yeah,
any questions?
Yes, a quick question, just out of interest. I see your market is expanding to Africa. I'm not sure that this is actually a problem in a lot of places in Africa, but can you share your experience? You know, if this is actually happening in Ghana, South Africa, or Rwanda, just out of interest. Thank you.
Okay, so Davidson, the floor is yours.
Okay. So the first question was how safeguarding, talking about safety and also the quality of our service. Okay, so currently at the early stages, when we list for our short stay periods, when a student is listing their rooms, we do advise them to take out their expensive gadgets, because currently we don't have insurance packages to cover some of the properties in their room currently. So we do advise them to take out some of their expensive stuff when the host is coming in, the guest is coming in, and also we do tell them to always be around when the guest is leaving. But anyways, in the long run, to safeguard this, really, we've been in talks with insurance to provide insurance packages for our users when they sublease their room for short stay periods. Also, because they're using student accommodation, student housing already have its own security. Student housing property that only is already guaranteed that people owning the rooms are students. The only thing is, though, the guests coming in, and most times could be students. In fact, most times they're usually students, but we've had cases of people coming in that are not students. But to answer the question of insurance, so we've already made plans, actually, partnership deals, really, in talks with insurers to cover this part of the business and this loophole, really, in terms of safety for students. So this is to give them more assurance and boost our value proposition when we tell them that, okay, not only can you make money when you lease your room, we can also ensure that your stuff is secured, even if there's a case of theft in your room. Then also, how do we deal with people copying our business model? Okay, so we believe that we are going to grow to be like a platform. So, and for a platform, we know the more rooms we have available for lease, and the more, like, it's sort of like a flywheel. So the more rooms we have for students, and the more students are coming over to book rooms through us, it becomes so difficult to sort of copy us as we grow. So we are banking on the fact that at these early stages, people don't sort of see us as a threat, because we're using hostels to solve this challenge. But then when we do grow to become a platform, they can't really copy us based on the value we offer to our users. That's why we sort of prioritize having more hostels on our platform, so that when students come in to book a hostel, they get to see lots of hostels to pick from, and then they get more comfortable knowing that if they don't see what they like, they can also have lots of alternatives to pick from. Then lastly, our experience. Okay, so the problem is not just in Nigeria alone, really. It's also in Ghana. I've had friends that are actually school in Ghana, and they help share their experience on how it was difficult for them to get hostel accommodation. Though what I'll say really is hostels in Ghana are more comfortable to live in. Okay, I'm more comfortable to live in than hostels in Nigeria. But then students out there to also find challenges looking for accommodation. Also in Uganda too, there is this startup, Miak UG. I sort of spoke with the founder some time ago that sort of solving the same problem we are solving too. And that already is a proof that the challenge also do exist in countries like Uganda too. So
All right.
I hope
Thank
this
you.
answers all the questions.
Yes, it
Thank you.
does. Thank you very much, Davidson. Thank you. Mentors, please call Davidson of hostel.ng. Thank you. While the mentors are scoring, is Abib back? Abib.
Yes, I'm back. My apologies.
Okay.
My
No
network
problem.
was-
Understand. It's a Nigerian thing. Okay, so if to make sure everything is, maybe you shouldn't put on your camera just so that you have better. Okay. All right. All right. Thank you. We've seen your initially. So as I said earlier, you have 5 minutes. Pitch.
Okay.
Afterwards, listen to all the questions, jot them down. After everybody has asked, you can now answer.
Okay.
All right.
My snapshot.
Okay, yes. Please go back. No.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. So your 5 minutes starts now.
Okay, good evening, everyone. So my name is Habib Ogunshola. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Eva, as well as having Coyote and Inamde as also the co-founders. So basically, we came together to solve a tough challenge for African businesses that are having issues or challenges in accessing certain finances to support their cash flows. So basically, we came up with a solution called Eva that practically supports the growth of these young businesses by help supporting their cash flows or working capital through our core. So we saw the problem basically by I would start by saying that micro and small businesses account for about 90% of businesses in Nigeria, providing an estimated of about 80% of jobs for Nigerians and functioning as a major driver of the economic growth. But the basic issue of these small businesses, of these young businesses, basically, is that they are often cash strapped. For these businesses to survive, they always need access to capital. And for years, traditional banking institutions have always overlooked financing this type of young businesses, thereby frustrating the business owner in accessing certain finances they need. And because of this reason, many of these businesses shy away from taking out loans or credit from these traditional banks or any other financial institution due to the bureaucratic and rigorous process that is involved, and other times due to interest rate that comes with it. So, so we came up with a solution called Eva. Basically, it's a credit card to design. It's basically a credit card designed to support or help businesses flow their cash flow, and they can easily spend and scale faster. So we also looked at the market whereby Eva tends to operate. So based on the statistics of about the National Bureau, the National ranging of 1 to 9 employees in these businesses that are existing. So we also looked at our TAM of having about $49.67 million US, and our SAM at about 10.09 billion US. So we also looked at our competitors. So basically, we have 4 major competitors in the market, which are O3 Capital, Float, Float.Africa, CredPal, and as well as the banks. So the banks, due to the banks' heavy pocket, they could easily come into the market space to also compete for the market. So our business model basically is that we charge about 3% per transaction. So for every time you swipe, we charge about 3% for every transaction. You swipe for the card, and so with the team behind it. So I've also founded an LPG distribution business. So due to the experience I've gotten in starting a business way back in 2015, so I understand how what it takes to run the businesses. So as well as Kayode has also co-founded an edtech startup, which he has also exited, and he has also worked with Alliance Nigeria as a business analyst and a data analyst. So the third co-founder basically handles the entire technology of Eva, and he has also worked as a senior software engineer in Paga. So basically our milestone is to launch Q1 of 2022. We should launch Q1 of 2022.
1 minute.
And launch Q1 of 2022 as able the minimum of 400 users to test run the beta. And in 12 months, we are looking at having about $160,000 in revenue. So far we've bootstrapped so far in building the product, and we've raised about $20,000 bootstrapping so far. And we are looking for about $100,000 to properly launch Eva by the Q1 of 2022. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Habib. Thank you for that. Mr. Olisa Asha, any questions for him?
Thanks for that. Two quick questions. First one is your partnership with Providus and Sudo. What kind of partnership is that? If you could just give some more clarity on what exactly are you doing with them. And then the second question is, are you actually providing the funds? Are you lending the money yourself? And if you are, what regulatory requirements do you need to be able to carry out that service to businesses? Thank you.
Okay. TD, any questions?
Actually, no.
Okay.
I have a question.
Okay, Mr. Lambo, go ahead.
Yeah. Thank you, Habib. Very well put. I'm a little concerned about something. You're talking about you want to lend money to some of these businesses. I want to find out from you what kind of analysis you do that makes you want to lend them money where other banks and other financial institutions may have neglected them. I don't know if you understand what I mean. What are you seeing in them that the others cannot see so quickly? I'm trying to find out how you do that. Yes, thank you.
Okay, Mrs. D'Souza, any questions?
Yes, I just wanted to also follow up with what has just been said now around, it wasn't 100% clear to me, but maybe it just needs to be articulated more around, given the competitors that you have, the strong competitors that you have, what is your own unique value proposition to the market that is different, which may also support the earlier question is, what is different? What is it that's going to make you stand out? And in addition to that, my second question around what, I know that women make up a huge percentage of the micro to small businesses, especially in the formal sector. What is your strategy to bring them on board? Thanks.
Okay, so answer the questions now. Thank you.
Okay, so quickly from the first question, the relationship of our partnerships with Sudo as well as Providus. So basically, Providus is our banking partner, whereby their primary objective is to help us issue these cards, So we don't have the license to issue cards. So we partner with the bank because they have those licenses to issue cards on the MasterCard network. So that's our primary goal of the partnership. So with Sudo also does the same. So because we do not want to put all eggs in one basket, so we are partnering with both of them. So whereby Sudo also helps us to issue these cards, but on the Valve network. That's our relationship between Sudo and Providus, issuing of the cards. To the second question, are we providing the funds and the regulations to in terms of the regulations involved before we could operate. Yes, so basically we are providing the funds to these young businesses. So from funds that we've raised from investors. And so we're providing the funds. And for us to operate without any impedance, we have to get a lending license. So basically a lending license allows us to lend out money to anyone or to any businesses. Basically, that's just it. To the third question, basically, what analysis do we do to make them, what analysis do we do that ensures that we're lending money to them that other banks and other financial institutions do not see? So basically, I would say Float has also helped us to validate, which is our competitor, has also helped us to validate the market, whereby we understand that the market is in dire need of capital because a lot of young businesses are struggling for growth, and getting access through the normal traditional channels has always been difficult due to certain factors. So basically, the banks will be asking you to provide certain documentations or collateral before you can even have access to their credit facility. And a lot of all these young businesses do not have such documentations, such as collateral documentations to provide for all this. So they tend to just basically keep relying on.
Time.
Okay.
Time up. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please call Evia. Please. Thank you. And while we are sparring, I hope Iwelo is ready. So we are waiting. Thank you for as you score. Thank you very much. We are waiting. Iwelo, please get ready. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So please slide to Iwelo. Thank you. So as I mentioned earlier, you have 5 minutes. Please pitch and afterwards listen to all questions and answer afterwards. Your 5 minutes starts now.
Okay, thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. My name is Adijon Ismail. 13 years ago, my mom had appendicitis. And at the time, we thought it was just stomachache. That's what we thought, because that's what we were told by the local chemist. So after 3 weeks of intense pain, we had to actually take her to the hospital where it was that she was diagnosed with appendicitis, and we were told that a surgery had to be done immediately. We didn't have the funds for the surgery, so she had to endure pains for a couple of days. On the contrary, we're actually part of the lucky few, because our neighbor at the time had a kid who got injured, and that injury was infected with tetanus. The boy unfortunately did not make it as a result of that. Data has shown that over 43% of Nigerians do not have access to adequate quality healthcare. And this is because over 50% of Nigerians live below the dollar. And only 3% of the entire working population of Nigeria have some sort of working healthcare insurance. That is just the patient's story. What about the doctor's story? According to NOI, 9 out of 10 doctors want to leave the shores of the country. And this is because of situations like senior doctors bullying junior doctors to the point of depression and even suicide sometimes. Doctors working long hours and being paid less than 200,000 naira every month. These are the issues, and a lot of lip service has been paid to these problems. And these are the issues I really seek to address. the problem of accessibility and affordability of healthcare, as well as the welfare of doctors. Iwelo is a telemedicine solution that seeks to provide consultation, treatment, and surgery funding for low-income earners starting from less than $1, as well as catering for the welfare of doctors. In a market that is $14 billion strong and growing, we have competitors like Wella Health, Doctora, Tremendoc. But the unifying weakness of these solutions is the fact that they operate a monthly-based subscription model that people that live below the dollar can honestly not afford. And that's why you hear responses like, God is my strength, I will not get sick. The unique selling proposition of Iwelo is the fact that it is affordable. So regardless of the economic class that you are in, anyone can use it. Secondly, we are leveraging existing institutions and actors that these low-income earners already trust and use in satisfaction of their medical needs, like PMVs, that is local chemists, mobile bus vendors, pharmacies as well. Behind every idea is a team, and I have a young, diverse, world-class team. As the CEO, I have over 7 years experience in content and marketing, and I've headed teams in sectors like education to e-commerce. And I have 2 amazing women doctor co-founders that have over 7 years experience that have worked in private, public, and international organizations like Tremendoc, who is one of our competitors, the NHS, and even Lagos State University Teaching Hospital. I have an amazing CTO who is a full stack developer and has over 5 years experience, and an amazing CFO who has worked with PwC and KPMG and a very qualified lawyer. In terms of economics, so how does Iwelo make money? Iwelo makes money through commissions and subscriptions for our premium services. So we charge 30% commission on every drug. We charge 10% commission on every treatment and every consultation done, and 10% commission in every drug sold. We launched in July 31st, 2021, and we've had over 200 users, over 50 consultations, and over 20 doctors on board. In order to get the solution in the hands of the people that need it and give them a chance at affordable healthcare, we are raising $200,000 to actually build a network of mobile bus vendors, neighborhood pharmacies, a mobile app, and establishing a foothold in 5 local government areas of Lagos. And by 2022, end of 2022, we seek to make over $400,000 in revenue. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Bang on time. Mr. Punampalam, questions?
Very good pitch. Very, very good idea. Very noble. So thank you very much. The only question I have is in terms of like users and monetization. So from an impact perspective, absolutely no question on what you're trying to do. I do wonder about how you would monetize it and or make it profitable along with achieving your purpose. That's the only question I have.
Thank you. Ms. Alabi, any questions for him?
Yes, thank you for a really, really impactful pitch. My question also piggybacks on that, which is around competition. This is a space that is very crowded. What prevents someone from offering the same pricing that you have, or offering an in addition to that, doing a sort of bottom of the pyramid offering on a platform that already exists? How are you going to build a moat around that? That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Olisalasha, any questions?
Yeah, just a very quick one. I think it's related to the first one. Your pricing is between $1 to $10 per service chosen, yet you're serving, in your earlier introduction, you're serving people that live under $1. I think that's what I heard. So obviously you don't have a market. In other words, that's a comment / question. Thank you.
Okay, so
I have a question, please.
okay, Mr. Lambo, please.
Yeah.
We have 5 minutes.
Yeah, Mr. Adino, my own is more of the type of a caution. If you're providing healthcare by telephone and internet, you have to make sure your people are very careful. It's a very laudable idea, but it only takes one mistake for people to become very, very wary if there's an error. So I don't know how you ramp it up to such that if there are places where they can see each other and talk, it might be better. You know, just a little bit of a caution. That's my question. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Lambo, for that. So, Ismail, please answer the question.
Okay. So thank you very much. So in terms of users and monetization, we believe that users use 4 out of 5 of our services in the treatment of a particular ailment. And for people that have specific diseases like high blood pressure, diabetes, they can use the platform weekly to actually, cater to their needs. So often here we have this, what might seem as penny wise, pounds foolish. To some, is not what we see here, so especially for people that are low income earners. They prefer to actually pay for a services multiple times and get the value over time, although they will have to pay more. So the concept of penny wise, pounds foolish does not apply to them. So in bottom line is, we believe that every user will use 4 out of 5 of our services in the treatment of a particular ailment. Now, in terms of actually the second question as regards the space being crowded. So one of the issues that existing telemedicine solutions have not been able to sort of do is sort of make these solutions accessible to people that are low income earners, people that live in remote areas. And this is because, how do you expect people, like I said, how do you expect people that actually live below the dollar to actually afford 5,000 naira monthly for subscriptions? So what we are doing is actually leveraging actors and institutions that this we already trust. They go to these pharmacies, they go to these local chemists already. So we are leveraging those institutions and actors that they already trust to actually offer these services. And also alongside that, we are using USSD. So basically, people that don't have smartphones can actually register and consult a doctor through USSD. Also, we offer surgery fund, which is something that nobody offers in this space currently. So basically, the situation whereby people are arrested in the hospitals because they are not able to pay for bills after getting pregnant, that kind of thing wouldn't happen again. So in terms of the third question, so we offer less than $1. So we offer 300 naira consultation, which is less than $1. That's why I put, okay, so we offer less than $1. So while our checkup and treatment cost about 1,500, which is around $2, and which is around $2, while our treatment is around 4,000. Treatment of specific diseases like malaria, diabetes, and hypertension. We chose these diseases because they are the 3 common killers in this region. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ismail. Mentors, please call Iwelu. Market League, please get ready. Thank you, Mr. Panampalam. Thank you. Please, people in the audience, if you have any questions, you can type in chat. If we still have a lot of time, I can read it out. So anybody that the question is related to, please type it and I'll ask the question so you can get an answer. Thank you. While we're waiting. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Market lead, you're up next. Just for reiteration, 5 minutes pitch, then wait till you get all the questions, then you answer. So your 5 minutes starts now.
Hello, angels, mentors, and everyone. I am Thomas Banfewi, the founder of Market League. I have Ayade Oshundiran as the CTO and is here with me on this platform. We are here to ask for $125,000 US investment in return for equity. We have this concern. Millions of innovative product ideas in science, technology, engineering, and mathematics don't get beyond ideation in Africa because inventors and researchers are faced with limited option to commercialize. And there is a wide gap between industry and the discovery network. Because IP law is territorial, IP experts are constantly in search of local agents in region where they are seeking protection for their client products and brand. Coming to Africa, our IP output is just about 1% of total world production because asset owners lack awareness on the value of effective protection and relevant expertise. The existing connectivity media are proven to be inefficient on many grounds, such as impersonation, multiple field, long waiting time for the respective local agents. But we believe these actors should have choice on how they want to earn returns on their solution. Since not everyone can fly, startup and spin off. Also, creators should be effectively aided to get IP advantage for their work. So this is why Market League has come to give choices to this actor in terms of innovation challenge, technology incubator, and IP accelerator. With this, our clients will experience 5 times more option to commercialize, reduced R&D cost up to 60%, and faster speed to outcome. Also, they were going to have over 100% return on investment on whatever they do. So we have total addressable market of $1.5 trillion and serviceable addressable market of $600 billion, according to Accenture Open Innovation Report in 2016. So our serviceable obtainable market is 0.1% of SAM to be reached in our first 3 years of operation. So competitors in this market are foreign platform servicing Asia, US, and Europe, like Innocentive, Agorize, Ocean Tumor, Amazon IP Accelerator. So we have first mover advantage in Africa to do this. So we will earn revenue of $25 per transaction class as minimum fee. This cost of the cost of servicing customer per class is 10%, and cost of acquisition is 20% of sales. So far we have raised 3 million naira as capital, doing what we are doing from owners fund and support from friends and family towards legal, web legal, including trademark, website development, and we an office setup. So our first year projected revenue is $1.125 million with net income of $225,000. To be able to do this, I resigned from my job as the general manager of a commodity exporting company based in Ibadan in June 2020, after which I went for some certification in intellectual property management. I studied economics from University of Ibadan and had professional and executive training from ICANN and Lagos Business School, respectively. Ayade Oshundiran is the full stack developer with over 8 years experience in enterprise application development, both web and mobile. He had master's degree in cell biology and genetics, but he has always lived his life as a techie. We currently have 3 advisors in HR, strategic connection with universities, and business development. Some of the roles we are planning to engage on board people on is IP manager, technical, we will be building our technical team, marketing, innovation scout, project manager, and many others. So moving to our MVP is underway and to be launched by February 2020. We project to launch IP Accelerator at commencement, Innovation Challenge on 6th month, Technology Incubator at the end of the 12th month of the operation. We will onboard 5,000 IP practitioners in the first quarter of 2022, and 100,000 servers into our community ahead of the 6th month of operation, and close our first 12 months with 25,000 IP transactions and 50 innovation contests. We already had consent of 3 IP offices like Liberia, Somalia, Zambia, and also African Regional Intellectual Property Office organization, sometimes early this year. So they are waiting for us. We have to pause when we realize that our platform is not ready. So thank you very much. So and we've got physical office fully ready in Ibadan this December with minimum required for smooth operation. We also onboarded 2 interns just this month, and they are with us now. I will end by saying that the Indian tigers and Chinese dragon have had their days, and it is now the African lion's turn. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Thomas. Questions, Mr. Lambo.
I'm having a little trouble putting my head around these very large figures. I think I'll just hold off for now. No question yet, but I applaud your presentation. Thank you.
Thank you very much. D'Souza, any questions for Thomas?
Thomas, I think I'll pass for now.
Okay.
Well done.
TD.
Okay. Thank you.
TD,
Yeah.
any questions?
My question centers around, education. I mean, this is an area, yes, it's big elsewhere in the world and, the whole world, etc. But my take on the Nigerian environment, especially, is first and foremost, we have a disdain for intellectual property, no respect for it. I don't know how strong our laws are in terms of enforcing it, but either way, there's a regulator education, and then there's a consumer education, which I think are both money-sapping exercises. How will Market League deal with that particular challenge, which essentially people don't care?
Okay. Mr. Ponampala, any questions for?
Yeah, a good presentation, Thomas. I was wondering, so it says here you're going to try and capture 0.1 of the SAM, but how? Like, so connected to Tomi's question, sort of, right? Which is, how do you plan on getting people to use your service? Thank you.
Okay. Ms. Alabi, do you have any questions for him?
Yes, and it piggybacks on TD's question, and it is really around education and partnering with regulators and looking at global networks. There are quite a number of organizations globally that this is a passion for them. I wanted to know if you have been able to research and get any access to grants and possibly, so grants, partnerships, and accelerators that might also be a good way for you to get investment because of the type of platform you're trying to build. That's it. Thank you.
Okay. So Thomas, the floor is yours. Thomas.
Can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can now. Yes.
Thank you very much for the question. I will start with the question from TD. So he asked about the consumer education and the regulators' education, getting people aware of the need, why they should protect and stuff like that. So we, from the initial, knows that awareness is the major problem with intellectual property in this part of the world. And we are starting from that angle. Sometimes November 2020, we started with that. So what we even tried to do was we would launch a campaign towards students in sciences, engineering, and to begin to educate them, because we know that's where it all started from. We are also launching campaigns towards the Society of Engineers of Nigeria and the likes of that. So the result we got from when we did the education for the students, right in the process of educating them, we got offer from Somalia, and we got order from Somalia, who already have a product that is building, and we want to seek protection. So, and based on our projection that we want from every campaign we run, we want 10%, and that was exactly what we got. So we are focusing on education, and because other organizations are running the campaign towards education as well, so we are leveraging on what they are doing, like World Intellectual Property Organization and the rest of them. So that, I don't know if that answered that question. Okay, how to get people to use our service? Okay, we will be doing a lot of campaign, just like I mentioned, because it starts from the education. Taking, for example, Coventry is already coming on board, and it was based on counseling. Forerunner Games in Badon coming on board, it was based on counseling. Tax engineering in Ibadan coming on board, it was based on counseling. So what we first do is to educate them and how best to use what they have. From there, they decide immediately. So the reason why we have not processed some of the transaction is because of our platform is not fully ready. And I got an order from South Africa, and he was not willing to expose his design because he doesn't want us to do it on our platform. So our platform is the key thing that we want to use, because it has to do with property as well. So we want to keep everything very official and secret for them as well. So in terms of grant and partnership, sometimes late last year, during the period when I sent mail to TD, that was when I sent mail to some of the IP offices. And because when they begin to respond for partnership, I had to stop when I realized that what they're asking for is, how do we get started? So I know the only medium through which they need to get started is through our platform. And the platform was not ready. So I had to stop doing follow-up and retain just the four that I've said yes immediately. So we stopped following up on the rest of them. So we will continue once the platform is ready on the issue of partnership. For grants, we have not looked for any, but I know there will be good opportunity in this regard as well. So we towards from January, coming January, as we have gotten some of the things we need ready, we will begin to look into that aspect as well.
Okay, thank you very much, Thomas. Thank you for this. Mentors, please call Market League. Thank you very much, everybody, for joining and for staying with us. While we're waiting for the judges to score, I would like you to participate in a poll for who you think the best pitch of the night is. I'll be sharing. I'll be launching that now. So please for the members of the so I've launched it. So thank you.
Eating up data, so I need to switch it off.
Thank you very much. Oh, wow, I'm hearing that now. So, okay, if you have any issues with it, please, as you can see, the pitches here, please, you can answer in chat. If you can't submit, please answer in chat. Then we'll collate and we'll know your thoughts. Thank you. Thank you for the feedback, Efe. Okay. Thank you. We are still waiting for others. Thank you very much. So please try the poll again. Try it again. Also, while you are doing that, oh, thank you, Ms. Alabi. I've sent the request. So while you are doing that, Sheyi Shodipo will be collecting the results from the mentors afterwards. So we'll now share the overall winner for the night. Oh, thank you, Efe. Thank you. Please, if you don't, please mute yourself if there's a question. And for any questions you have, as a member of the audience, kindly put in chat. Thank you. So while we're waiting, I would like to talk to maybe one of the mentors to tell us how they found the whole program from the first week to now, the 15th week. So please, I would like to call Mr. Kayode Lambo to please share his thoughts on how he found the whole program. Mr. Lambo?
Thank you, Mario. Thank you. I participated in quite a number of pitches, a number of the weeks. I think I took like 4 or 5. I found them to be quite useful in many ways. The first being that I have grossly underestimated the exposure of people when it comes to business. And one cannot just try and shoot things down, but try and encourage. I've learned, to be honest, I've learned a lot from the pitches and the gentle men and women who have made who have talked here over the weeks. And there's no gainsaying the fact that even though there might be just one winner there, I think there's a lot of winners. Some of the businesses, personally, I might not go into them, but if that is what came to people's mind and they can make a headway about it, fine. Because you don't win today doesn't mean that what you are trying to do is not successful or won't be successful. I'd encourage you that if that is where your heart is, that you should still try and follow it to its logical conclusion. I've learned a lot, and I think I've learned from the people making the pitches as well as the other mentors. So let me just stop there for now. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Ms. Halabi, any thoughts?
I just want to say thank you to the companies for having me and letting me be part of this journey. Thank you to TD for inviting me. This has been a great journey. I've continued to be excited and interested and impressed just by the week-on-week growth that I've seen in your pitches. And from when we first started, to me not understanding some of your businesses to now having a good handle on your businesses. I'm excited for what the future holds, and I'm excited for each and every one of you. I wish you all the best on the next phase of this journey, and can't wait to see you guys do great things. Well done, everyone.
Thank you. For those, please, we wait. Please, everybody should participate in the poll. The mentee is inclusive. Kindly participate. Thank you. Mr. Ponampalam, please share your thoughts on the program while we wait.
Sure, no problem. Thank you. Thanks, Maywa. So, I really enjoyed being part of this journey, actually, right? So it was a privilege to be asked to help. So glad I was able to contribute to the teams in terms of some of the, I think I ran one session, right? So I was glad I was able to help. I think everyone has come a long way since the very first session, because I was there, I think, at session 1 or session 2 as well. So I've seen them evolve over the last 15 weeks. So I think thanks to the team, like all the companies, for putting in the effort. I know it's late your time. Some of you are in cars, which is okay, right? Like you put in a lot of effort. Thanks to the mentors that helped as well. I think it brought a lot of different perspectives, which I think the founders could use and have used. And then thanks TD for like setting it up, right, and allowing us to participate as well. So it's been good, and hopefully, you know, my plan is to see if I can continue helping in the next set of rounds as well.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Mrs. De Souza.
So sorry, I should add, sorry to interrupt. I should also add, I know I didn't mention the support team, but TD has a support team. So Maiwa, I know you were on and off this because of mat leave, which is cool.
Yes.
But don't worry, I'm sure you'll be back. And
Yes, I'm back.
And Corday, I think, as well. Thank you so much for
yes, Corday.
the background
Yes.
support. Well done.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mrs. De Souza. Any reflections, thoughts on the program?
Yes, thank you so much, TD, and to the TVC team. Thank you for all your support, and to the mentees. Wow, this was my first opportunity to be a mentor, and you definitely have my support going forward. I've been so impressed by a lot of the ideas, blown away by the ideas and the innovation. I congratulate all 6 of you. All your innovations will likely, from what you've projected, have significant impact. And I'm always excited to see African solutions to African problems. And thank you for that. As an entrepreneur in the human capital space, who's also, you know, I can tell you that great ideas need people. Please focus on your people, human capital behind the scene, getting the right quality people to work with you, to support you, to build your business. Please do not underestimate the impact of human capital. So all the best to everyone. Well done.
Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Olisasha, any thoughts?
Yeah, just want to say thank you, TD, for the opportunity. You know, thanks to you, Maiwa, and your team. I know it's been hard going for the last few weeks, so well done. To the mentees, you know, this is the beginning stages of a very exciting and long journey for you. So you know, just keep doing what you're doing. You will most likely have to pivot at some point. But you know, the one thing that you can take with you on this journey is, you know, if you persevere and you continue to learn, you know, eventually, you know, something, you know, good would happen. So well done. I'm quite impressed with the presentation so far, and you know, wishing you the best in your endeavors as you continue on this journey. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for the kind words. CD, any reflections, thoughts?
Well, I think the Chinese probably got it right. They say the journey of 1,000 years starts with the first step. And the reason we're doing this is to get people started on that first step. We recognize that this is one of the most challenging parts of the early stage ecosystem, is actually the first step of building that MVP and getting your first customers on board. But it's a double-edged sword, as I've told the mentees. The first is, first of all, it's the only time you'll be left selling vaporware. That is, you don't have to prove, people are buying the idea and buying you. Because once you start to have revenue, that's how everybody, then all bets are off. It's what's your month-on-month growth? How are you growing? What are you doing on revenue? It becomes a broken record till you get to Series A. But having said that, the challenge for each and every one of you, in my opinion, going forward is not going to be around fundraising. It's not going to be around innovation. And you need to understand that it's going to be around talent. Finding great people who are dedicated to purpose in our environment is tough, and it's getting tougher. So as you look at your various propositions and look at the things that you want to do, please remember what I said about my 5 favorite friends, but remember especially, who do I expect to get this done? Okay, which person in our market or ecosystem has the talent that we can afford to discharge this particular part of our vision? Which advisor can we find to bring on board? Which board member can we entice to come and join us? And that applies from developers to marketers, from logistics people all the way, whether they're junior or they're co-founders. We're getting into a tight spot, and I need you all to be cognizant of that as you go along. What does that mean for you? It means, okay, your emotional intelligence levels got to be right up there. And you've got to have those team building skills down pat to a science. Those are going to become very, very critical skills as we go along. But right now, fundraising skills still top the line. That's really, the bottom line of it. Okay. Yes, you now raise all the funds. You've raised your $500,000, 1 million, or what have you. Oh, you thought it was going to be that easy to get developers. You find out that the ones locally can't cut it. The ones in Eastern Europe, who are probably as good as they get, have challenges with you. And the ones from India, actually want to build something different than what you want. So again, plenty to keep you occupied and keep you up at nights. And welcome on board. We're here for the journey. Like I said, mine is to get you from MVP to Series A. After Series A, you're on your own, because it's beyond my pay grade. But by and large, it's also to have fun while you're changing the world. So I trust that helps.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. So I would also like to ask if any of the mentees have anything to say.
Thank you very much.
Hello.
Oh, okay. Tunle, please speak first. Thomas, you speak after. Thank you. We don't have much. Just make it short, brief and short.
All right. Thank you very much. I'd like to say thank to the TVC team, the mentors, my fellow mentees. It was a great experience for me, and I've learned a lot. Even tonight, from the questions, I've learned a lot. And also from what TD said about talent, I know I actually understand that it's tough, and we just have to keep moving. And I believe with resilience and perseverance, we will always be relevant. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thomas, I saw you wanted to say something.
Hello, thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate the opportunity. My life has not remained the same. A lot of things has changed in our languages, and the way we talk has really changed. The way we look at the situations has really changed. The way we are looking at the opportunity has really changed through this period. I asked a question some time ago, and he answered all of us. I have always still been thinking, this is huge. We really appreciate it. We don't take it for granted, sir. And you have always been there, even before this mentorship program, because I've always been attending your trainings. Before I sent the mail. Thank you very much. Sincerely appreciate.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So I don't know, TD. I don't know if anybody. Yes, you can, Davidson.
Oh, okay. So I want to say thank you to the organizers. Thank you so much, TD. Thank you to the mentors. Thank you, Ms. Biola Alabi. Also, thank you to Mr. Ifeanyi Anazodo. I don't know if he's not here. I don't know, but thank you so much, everyone, for taking our time to. I know we send messages and questions, and I know you are very busy people, and take our time to respond to those questions and also give us insights on how to go about solving our problems. Also, thank you also for the exposure that this has done for us. So now the experience and being able to talk to people and tell them so far what we've learned and how we're adding all the things we've learned to our businesses. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful. So all of us are also saying thank you too.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, I also want to thank everyone, but more especially TD. I don't know TD in the beginning, but I have to find my way to know TD because I've seen the footprint he has been building in the tech ecosystem. So I have to make a very thorough network before I can meet TD. And after meeting him successfully, I become one of his mentees. So I thank him very much for the opportunity to join this cohort. And also I thank everyone and the invaluable contribution within our individual horizon. So thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for the organizers, Sei, Ms. Bayowa, and everyone. I thank you so much with all the entire teams. We thank everyone and the colleagues we met there. I wish all of us a better future. Thank you, everyone.
Okay. Thank you. Oh, okay. It's my turn. Yeah. So please make it brief, please.
Okay. So on behalf of my team and I want to say a big thank you. So at the beginning of this whole session, I was like, this is really very long. So can I really go through it? But it's been very impactful. And the way TD has really, and the team behind it, Sheyi, Mayowa, Kayode, all of you have actually practiced together, as well as the mentors. It's really very impactful for me. But I don't take anything away from here is the knowledge we have sort of learned. Basically, we've taken the curtain wool from our eyes. We know, okay, this is the reality that we are going to face moving on. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, so thank you very much, everybody. We appreciate you too. And thank you for giving your time weekly to learn, so to say. Yeah, the results are in. First of all, I'd like to announce the results for the poll. Everybody judge based on what they feel about the poll. So it is, as you can see, I don't know if you can see my screen, the best pitch of the night to the members of the audience, they believe hostel.ng. Hostel.ng had the best pitch for the night. So give it up for Davidson or Hostel.ng.
Give it up for him.
Well done, Davidson.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
So
well done, Davidson. Well done.
Thank you. So now to the next, the overall winner of the night. The best winner, as you can see, we have the winners for the overall winner for the night is Coventi. Coventi, congratulations for being the winner of the AngelPitch 2021 H2 of TVC Labs mentoring program. But as you can see, everybody wins. You can see you won the best in vision. Iwelu, one proposition organization. Well, Coventry One Economics and Milestones, EVIA. So congratulations to everybody, and we appreciate you, and we wish you the best of luck. Mr. I would like to know, TD, would you like to say anything?
Right. Well, first and foremost, I would like to say a big thank you to everybody that showed up, and bigger thanks to everybody that stayed around till the end. Congratulations to all the participants. You are all winners because you've got 15 weeks of enriched experience to go with. Nobody here leaves a loser, and that is what I want to leave you with. For the winners, Messrs. Kunle and Dukmangboye, you will be leaving this particular program 100,000 Naira richer. I know you weren't expecting anything, but the TVC Labs team said, oh, sir, the last time you guys offered to invest, we have to do something. I said, but we've already given them nearly 2.5 million Nairas worth of training free of charge. But you know how Nigerians are, the intellectual property is not really something they value. They want to see a little bit of, so I've asked them out of their own Christmas bonus to put the money together. So you get 100,000, not from me, but from the TVC Labs team that has worked with you over the last 15 months. The angel investors are also deliberating, and there may be further announcements after this session. But for now, you can thank Sheyi Shodipo Korede, Bashir, and of course, our program manager, Maiwa Ojuri, for that gesture. On that note, I'd like to thank everybody that's participated. It's been a fascinating and fantastic with 15 weeks. Thank you, thank you, thank you, everybody, for being part of this. And really, what can I say? Other than it's been great. So have a great one, and we'll see everybody soon. God bless.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
Bye, y'all.
Good luck.
Good.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you, TD.
Thank you, thank you, thank you to each and every one of you. Okay, I mean, where do I start? There's so many people here. I just have to say thanks to everybody. Please, no vex if I don't mention your name, you know, but yeah, each and every one very special to me. Okay, have a good one and bye.